In this video, we will demonstrate the insertion command in AutoCAD using the Blocks library. In a previous lesson, we drafted a set of 2D furniture. We learned how to define the furniture geometry as both blocks and Wblocks. To recap, there are 3 levels of combining object geometry. Level 1 uses the group command to combine objects into a single entity. Level 2 uses the block command to combine objects into a single entity and allows for further definition of the group, such as a description, insertion base point, and scale. It also allows us to embed project-specific information into each block as editable attribute text. The only drawback of a block definition is that the block only exists in the file it was created. Block or Wblock command to combine objects into a single entity. It employs all the same features as blocks with one additional function. Wblocks are individual files that exist outside the drawing they were created and can be inserted into any drawing. This video focuses on using the furniture blocks we created for use in the schematic design phase of the design process. These blocks were drafted using standard common sizes for a queen bed, side-by-side refrigerator, 36-inch square shower, 60-inch round dining room table with 8 chairs, a rectangular table with dining room chairs, a small apartment-sized sofa, an armchair, a club chair, a wing chair, a double dresser, and a baby grand piano. Using the bungalow file provided, we will insert the furniture blocks. Your instructor may allow for the blocks to be inserted directly into the drawing, as I will demonstrate in this video. It is standard practice, however, for the furniture plan to be a supplemental drawing type, using the base plan as an external reference, or XREF, into a blank drawing. This system allows for us to use the base drawing as a template for the furniture supplemental information. External referencing is covered in a separate video. Your instructor may require this assignment to be completed using the XREF method, or you may be allowed to simply insert the 2D furniture Wblocks directly into the bungalow file itself. Again, this demonstration will illustrate how to use the insert command to practice using furniture blocks for quick space planning ideation. This video assumes that we are working in the schematic phase of development and not design development or construction documents phase, as we would require the XREF method for the finalized project sheets. Begin by opening a plan view drawing. One has been provided for this assignment if you are taking a class with me. Use the insert command to deploy the blocks library panel. Browse to find the Wblock library folder in your computer. Start by loading the 36-inch square shower. Double-click on the shower icon. The block will now be attached to the crosshairs as you move to place the shower. Note that the insertion base point was defined by the center drain, but a more precise base point in this instance would be the intersection of the lines, which would align well with where the walls meet the bathroom. To change the insertion point on the fly is easy. Look at the command line. Notice that base point is an option in the square brackets. If you type B for base point and then the enter return key, AutoCAD will allow us to choose a different base point, as you see me do here. The next Wblock we will insert is the baby grand piano. Let's add the block to the office space. Notice the insertion angle of the piano and bench seat. If I want to choose the rotation angle on the fly using my mouse, I will need to first check rotation angle under the Insertion Options of the Blocks panel. I'd like to rotate the piano at an angle, so I will need to toggle off the ortho key in this instance. Once the piano is placed, move the room identification so that the text does not conflict with any object lines. Edit the text by double-picking on it, change the word from office to music room, and pick the Enter Return key twice to end the Edit Text command. The next Wblock we will insert is the queen-size bed and double dresser in the primary bedroom. Load the queen bed first and place it opposite of the door opening. Make sure the ortho icon is toggled back on in this instance. Use the Move command so that the bed is adjacent to the red nightstand and not overlapping the bed outline. Now move the room identification text so that it does not conflict with any object lines. Insert the double dresser Wblock next. Notice the insertion angle of the double dresser. It is awkward to place the block with the specified base point without having to move or mirror the object to place it correctly. This is a good time to use our trick of changing the base point on the fly by typing B at the command line to change the base point. It is important to point out that furniture object lines should never overlap wall lines. Logically, furniture cannot be placed on top of an existing wall, so make sure to move the furniture out a bit from the walls so that in the drawing print, the walls and object lines are distinct and well defined from each other. Next, double-click on the room identification text to change from Master to be Primary Bedroom. The term Master is an outdated term. Insert the round dining room table and chairs next. Place the block in the specified dining room area of the base plan. Move the text so that it does not conflict with the object lines of the table and chairs. Finish inserting the rest of the Wblocks from the 2D furniture assignment. Do not duplicate furniture or add more furniture than what is shown in the examples provided. All furniture blocks should be organized onto the I-FURN layer provided in the Layer Manager, or a similar logical layer as defined by your instructor. Insert the furniture tag Wblock provided. The furniture tag should be organized onto the A-Ano-Keynotes layer. Each time you insert a furniture tag, you will be prompted to fill out information about each furniture piece. Match the furniture numbering system with the example provided, where F-1 will be the club chair, followed by F-2 for the armchair, and F-3 will be for the sofa. F-4 will be the tag for the wing chair in the study, followed by F-5 for the queen bed. F-6 will be for the double dresser. F-7 will be for the dining room tables. And the baby grand piano with the bench seat will be F-8. You will produce two final PDF prints, one with the round dining room table and the second print with the rectangular table. To finalize this project assignment in Paperspace, you will be required to fill out the keynote dimensions for each furniture piece. You will refer to the dimensions used when the 2D furniture was drafted. These are schematic space planning blocks, so the dimensions will not be specific to any manufacturer's model. Copy the text adjacent to the F-1 tag to each of the tags below. Edit the text to reflect the definition of each furniture block. You must input the dimensions used in the 2D drafting assignment for length and width of the object. Assume a standard height based on the object type. An excellent resource for finding the generic height of space planning symbols can be found in Pat Guthrie's book, Interior Designer's Portable Handbook. Look in the space planning chapter to find the height of a sofa, armchair, queen bed, double dresser, etc. The height of the object is not really relevant to this exercise, but we will need you to be specific regarding the length and the width of each object. I'm not providing the answers here, but you will need actual dimensions, especially the length and width of each, not just the word dimension as seen here. In this week's reflection, you will be asked to assess the two dining room table options, which one fits the space provided, and why you think so.